Yo, what's up, guys? You got pokeaim here with part one of my Pheromosa suspect test laddering. Uh, what is it? Climb? I guess you could say climb, whatever. Anyway, Pheromosa is currently being suspect tested in OU. I do want to know your thoughts. You can leave them down below, and I'm of course going to be laddering. I do not know if I want to ban it or am I pro ban or no ban, but we'll find out as we ladder, I suppose. I'll be using this team by Moldy Tater. He's actually a subscriber of mine. That's usually where I get my teams, unless I'm building them myself or with friends. And he's been subbed to me since DPP, and he wanted me to use Mega Gyarados. So I was like, sure, bro, go ahead. I love Mega Gyarados. I actually used it to get to I think rank 1 and the end of my road to rank 1 in X and Y. So besides that, I think I've only used Mega Gyarados maybe in the Rabombe video. Rabombe, sorry, people don't like me saying Rabombe. I like Rabombe, it sounds better. But yeah, the team looking pretty cool. Also, Jackie made this artwork. She said she has artist block and passed me this. I thought artist block meant you can't make art that looks good, because this is amazing. This is Lily wearing a Beach Boost shirt, by the way. Those are only available for 2 more days if you guys want to pick them up. I love how she's advertising for me. That's amazing. With Buzzwool looking kind of clean, looking kind of swole with his sunglasses. But let's look at the team. We have Mega Gyarados. It was originally adamant. I made it Jolly, so he can be fast and stuff like Tapu Koko and whatnot. We have Shift Gear McGinner with a really interesting EV spread. This is enough to outspeed Greninja, I know that, but outside of that, 82 speed def and I guess 102 HP help us take on Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele better, I suppose. We have Assault Vest, Tangrowth. I gave it HP Ice. It originally had Rock Slide. I gave it HP Ice because Zygarde is annoying. We have Hippowdon with Toxic, Tapu Fini, our Defogger, and then Battle Bond Greninja, which again, guys, people are saying, I fought one that wasn't male. Well, then they are hacking on Showdown, because it is literally set to male right here. So for the people saying that, oh no, Battle Bond Greninja, even though it's supposed to be only male, I fought one that wasn't male on Showdown. No, guys, it's always going to be male if it's Battle Bond. That's why if you're using Greninja, you should always make it male. We got a game. I don't have any points on this account yet. This is actually literally the beginning of my Pheromosa suspect test run. But my opponent has a bunch of threats. I'm actually very weak to Volcarona, which is why I guess Rock Slide was on this, because it gives it free setup. Magearna is so fun in this game. Oh, that's going to be so fun to use. Gyarados also completely dominates my opponent's team. If I can weaken the Bulu and play around, I suppose play around the potential Thunder Punch from Metagross. Now, what do I want to lead off with that gives me the best lead? Honestly, I feel like Tangrowth is so great, but it just gives Volcarona a switch in, which is something I'm deathly scared of. Gyarados can beat it, but if I sack Gyarados to beat Volcarona, then I don't have Gyarados to sweep, which is fine, because if I beat Volcarona, then that opens up the door for Magearna anyway, so maybe I'll go that route. Regardless, I'm going to lead Tangrowth because it matches up well versus everything bar Volcarona. Leads off with the Bulu. Now, typically here you fear something like Sludge Bomb. I can see Gross coming in, I suppose. I don't think it even matters what comes in. I'm clicking knockoff here anyway. You don't stand unless you're SD, fight EMZ, and even then, Tangrowth can run Sludge Bomb to deal with Bulu. So, click knockoff. He goes Landorus. I'm not sure if it's Z move or not, but we'll find out right here. It looks like Rocky Helmet though. Yep, Rocky Helmet just based on that damage. That means I get off an HP Ice, and Grassy Terrain is also healing me, and I can defog later. So, very solid play, using it to pivot into what I'm assuming is going to be Volcarona. That's actually a really solid play. I can respect that play a lot. I'm assuming it might be leftovers Volcarona then, if that's what you're doing, and not Z move. Maybe he doesn't have a Z move. Maybe it's either Z move Lottie or Z move Bulu. Again, I'm just assuming he's bringing Metagross or Volcarona now. Yep. Very solid play. I get a crit, but I don't think that matters. Grassy Terrain's going to heal him back in 2 turns anyway. And this is a problem for me, because Grassy Terrain also makes my Hippowdon Earthquake not do damage to Metagross, but I do have Greninja in the back, which destroys my opponent's team with Rocks up. So knowing that, I'm just going to go out to Hippowdon anyway. With leftovers for Grassy Terrain, I'll be tanking any hit anyway that he wants to go for. His own Grassy Terrain actually helping me. Ice Punch does... Come on, man. I just started recording. A-Drive does not care. Yeah, I should have pivoted into Tapu Fini, then went after this. This is the risk, I guess, that I had to take. Not really. I'm going to attempt to Thaw here and go for my Rocks. As we do Thaw, great. And he doesn't get the attack raise either. We're still stalling out the Grassy Terrain. At the same time, again, I have Specs Greninja in the back, which he does not have switch-ins to. Bulu is not a repeated switch into Specs Greninja, so we're going to slack off here as he goes out to Landorus. Now, I'm not sure if he'll actually get up rocks, because I could see him going for rocks, but at the same time, his team is more pressured by rocks than I am. Like, his Pokemon takes 50%, so I'm going to throw off a Toxic here. We're down this Landorus as we manage to land it nice. And what I can do is, I think, just throw off another Toxic. You can go for that attack all you want. You're now just in range of my Magearna's Flash Cannon. So I'm assuming he's just going to U-turn here, predicting my Slack Off or HP Ice, which does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. I'm so surprised that he's staying in with Landorus, because you don't beat me 1v1. I actually just want to throw off a Toxic here because he doesn't die to his own Toxic. Why is he sacking his Landorus? Alright, well, you don't need... That's fine. If you don't want to Intimidate for Gyarados, fine. Also, we know 2 of Metagross's moves. I'm assuming it might be Bolt Beam, though, so Thunder Punch plus the Ice Punch that he already showed off. But Landorus goes down. I don't agree with Landorus going down. You could have used that for later to at least pivot between my or pivot from my my Gyarados. But we'll go route to Tangrowth. I'm assuming this is Z move Bulu now that he brought it in. Goes for Substitute. HP Ice does break the sub, and it is leftovers though. So are you sub SD or are you sub? I'm not sure if he's sub SD or is he sub Leech Seed. Oh, looks like he's sub Leech Seed with Zen Headbutt, which is, I guess, for Amoonguss and Venusaur, but that doesn't do anything. So we do beat him 1v1 in a sense. I guess he could sub up again if he wants to. And again, Grassy Terrain is just helping Metagross, but at the same time, it's still helping my Hippowdon in the back. But if he wants to end up sacking this Bulu, then I'll gladly Dragon Dance up with Mega Gyarados. But he does make the correct play, I feel, which is going on to Metagross. You already know I'm HP Ice, just based on the resistance from earlier. And I still do have my Hippowdon as a switch. And I could actually defog if I want to, but I want to pressure my opponent to defog because rocks only hurt my Gyarados. So I don't mind those too much. Oh, there's the attack raise. There it is. Magic Metagross. Shout out to ADV. I can tank one hit and I want to go for Slack Off because then my Earthquake will at least be off at full power since Grassy Terrain is going to end at the end of this turn. And I just wanted to get off a full power Earthquake versus this this Metagross right here, which is why I made that play. So assuming we don't get crit or frozen or anything, we're going to be able to do 50%. 59%. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And Hippowdon doesn't do anything in this game at all. I'm actually going to throw off a Toxic just in case he randomly switches because I don't care about this mon. I literally get to go out into my Greninja now. And the thing is, if I was Protean, I also just won. So, I don't know how I feel about this, but if he does let me knock this out, that'd be great. He does. He gives me my Battle Bomb, which powers up my Water Shuriken. So now when Volcarona gets however fast it wants to with Quiver Dances, I can still knock it out. After Rocks, Lottie is going to come out. We're going to do Draco Meteor. I'm going to go out to Magearna. If you Draco, then it's either Defog or Draco. I'm assuming this was Scarf. Lottie, you don't bring that thing in unless you're Scarf Lottie. Had he basically went for Draco Meteor, I would have shift geared and then put him in range of I don't want him to... I don't know what my opponent's doing because he sacked Landorus for no reason. Then he sacked Metagross when he had Bulu. But then again, you didn't know if I was Protean or not. But I'm assuming it's Scarf Lottie. I don't want to switch out into my Gyarados or my Greninja predicting the Volcarona and then have that not work out for me. I'm just going to make the safest play. Yeah, look at that. I could have just knocked this guy out. But I decided just to make my safer play, which is going for the Flash Cannon right here. And then we can just go out to Tangrowth. Flash Cannon would deal with Bulu and even weaken Greninja's the point. And he has Thunderbolt too. Is he Cobra Berry? Were you Cobra Berry? About to find out right here. I'm knocking off your item. So Volcarona comes out. I'm assuming it's Overdrive. Nope, it is Leftover. It's bulky. Great. So I can go route to Gyarados and just click Waterfall immediately. Don't have to worry about it setting up. Doesn't beat me 1v1 unless it burns me, I suppose. But Waterfall is going to do a ton, and I don't want to set up because I don't want to be weakened for the Bulu. If he does go directly into Bulu, there's no point in setting up. So he decides to sack his Volcarona, the biggest threat to my team. I'm going to be able to knock that out with the Waterfall. Unfortunately, I do not come out of there unharmed, though. Burnt. It's alright, though. Being able to knock that guy out. Oh, yeah, again. Being able to knock out Volcarona was the last way of actually sweeping me. I don't know what type of Greninja he was, but between having Assault Vest Tangrowth, my own faster potential Greninja if he was Protean, and a full HP Tapu Fini, I think we were fine. So we're going to look for another battle. Again, we are on the lower battle. That was my first game of this entire live. Oh, my opponent's team is so weak to this particular Magearna. It's such an interesting set. I'm not sure how I feel about having Focus Blast, considering we have Greninja, Fini, Hippowdon, Assault Vest, Tangrowth, and Gyarados, all of which to deal with. Hey, all of which to deal with Heatran. Gyarados also can dominate my opponent's team. I want to lead off with Hippowdon though, as I like Sand Up. Plus Rocks immediately pressures the Mawile. Thankfully, having Gyarados in the back also helps us versus Mawile. I mean, I guess the best lead is Tangrowth because it beats every Mon outside of Mawile, but I don't want him leading off with something like a Hippowdon. Rotom is also a great all-around lead, always. Absolutely always. We're going to pivot into Tapu Fini and then go into Tangrowth because basically what happens here is you Will-O-Wisp or Hydro Pumps. You don't Volt Switch. I guess you could Volt Switch, but I have Tangrowth as an immediate switching. I don't think I would have went for that since it was no drawback burning me. But goes out to Muck, which isn't... It's fine. Really, any damage on Muck is great for my Magearna in the late game. And I just want Rocks up so I can start winning with my Shift Gear. Poison Jab, can't poison me under it because of Misty Terrain, which is amazing. And I can still poison the Rotom if he wants to go out into it. So, get up our Rocks here. I could definitely see him, if he went Rotom, going for Volt Switch again. But he goes Landers, which means I will Toxic you, put you on a timer. And again, trying to win with either Magearna or Gyarados in the back. Looking like potentially winning with Magearna though more. So for the person that might say, how was I able to Toxic him under Misty Terrain? Because I do see those comments from time to time. That doesn't affect Pokemon that are in the air. So we're going to go for another Toxic here, just in case he wants to go out to Rotom. I don't think he could do anything, and I always had Slack Off as an answer. I guess he could go out into Mawile. Mawile would actually be very solid. But he goes Lottie, which does give me a nice Toxic on him. Wear that boy down for Flash Cannon. Thunderbolt is something that can come out. I don't see a problem with going out into my Assault Vest Tangrowth. It's literally here for this Mon, for special attackers like this. So if he wants to throw off a Psy Shock, that's not going to do anything. And what I can do is just throw off a, I want to say knockoff, because that does not knock me out. And I'm going to be able to knock him out with this knockoff. Why are they all running no item? Are they Z-move? I have no idea. Oh, it's Soul Dew. Oh yeah, that's also something that could be. I forgot about that, but it being weakened, I don't like it over Extra Belt or Life Orb. Mawile comes out. It's completely fair. I can see him SDing up here. This Maw's a problem. I want to go Tapu Fini because I don't want to go hard into my Hippowdon on an SD. I can see him play roughing, but I could definitely see him going for SD, and a +2 will be able to knock out Hippowdon. If he goes for the Iron Head though, again, safe play, smart play. This is so good versus him, but I don't want to go for Hydro Pump yet. We're just going to go out to Hippowdon. Basically, my thought process was if he went for SD there, I went for Nature's Madness, got him at 50%, then Gyarados Revenge killed anyway after Megaing. And Gyarados again is looking so good versus my opponent. So, I want a Toxic so badly, but I'm just going to throw off an Earthquake. Yeah, if he went Rotom, I really want Toxic so badly. I don't want my opponent going for the Hydro Pump here because this Mon is necessary in dealing with Muck and dealing with a lot of his team. But all that damage, again, is working for the Shift Gear in the long run. And I will Shift Gear up whenever Muck comes out. So, I can see him Hydro Pumping here. We're going to pivot into Tangrowth just to get our Regenerator because we will be able to take Hydro Pump plus Stealth Rock plus Sand. Yep. It's going to do a ton though. But I need that regen back so I can deal with Bulu. Maybe I should just go for game with Magearna and not care. I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go right out to my Magearna right now. I'm going to Shift Gear up and do as much damage as possible to my opponent. Like, actually just start doing as much damage as possible to my opponent. Because he's not going to be able to knock me out. So we're going to go for Shift Gear here. Yeah, basically, after seeing how much he did to my Tangrowth, I don't think there was a way I was going to be able to deal with him. So he goes out into his Mawile. I said misclick. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you're going to go down to this Corkscrew Crash now. You're definitely going down to Corkscrew Crash. We're going to be able to knock him out, get our Soul Heart, Special Attack Raise, and I think win the game. I think. Muck doesn't beat me 1v1. You can't knock me off. You can Flamethrower, I suppose, if you have that. I mean, you're just giving me Special Attack Raises in the end of the day, so Oh, he does have Fire Blast. Don't burn me. Nice. And we can knock him out. No! Come on. What is that roll? Oh, I mean, that sucks. That sucks so much. But what was that roll, man? That's so lame. I get the next special attack raise, which will allow me to knock out the Landers with Flash Cannon. Rotom is going to come out. I can just Flare Cannon this, assuming we connect, which we do. Knock out Rotom. I'm unfortunately not using my Gyarados, but we also still get our special attack raise. Landers comes out. I guess we'll just go for Flare Cannon again, assuming it does connect, as we do. And even at -1, I will be doing, or excuse me, at neutral, I still will be doing so much to Bulu, unless it's Scarf Bulu, which actually Scarf Bulu would be kind of scary. Wow, I could actually lose to that, huh? Good game. That the Muck missing sucked. Assuming he had Shadow Sneak though, but if he had Fire Blast, he probably does not have Shadow Sneak. So it was more than likely knock off, Poison Jab, Fire Blast, and Pursuit. You need Pursuit on Muck, but it still sucked because he could have potentially, I guess, gotten a burn on me or something like that, or maybe a crit or higher roll. But by sacking Mala early, he lost his only form of priority. So I think that assuming Magearna kept hitting, its attacks, I won the game anyway. And this is also food for Magearna. Focus Blast. Oh, for that mon. Okay, that makes sense. It's also pretty nice for Gyarados in this game. Greninja's an issue, but I just love Hippowdon as a lead, man. I love being able to get up hazards. I'm assuming my opponent has Ice Beam. I can see that. I'm going to hard switch directly on Tapu Fini on an Ice Beam. I want to get off damage with Nature's Madness, put him at half. There's a Flash Cannon. Okay, so I guess you don't have Ice Beam. That's fine. We get off 50%. Assuming we connect. Nice, and that's the damage I need for +1 Magearna. It is Assault Vest. Well, Seeing Volt Switch makes me think Assault Vest. But Magnezone is going to come out. I even need this mon anymore? I don't really think I do. So I'm just going to get off damage. Or, you know, I'm going to attempt to get off damage. I'm sorry. That was the correct term. I'm going to attempt to get off damage right there. However, I can go Rattle to Hippowdon. I think just click Earthquake. Then again, rocks are so good. But either way, he's going to go out to Tapu Fini, right? So I'm going to click Earthquake. Oh, nice. He allows me to get rid of the Magnezone. So that's the one mon I need to click Focus Blast versus with my Magearna. Obviously, Pinsir is an issue. Tapu Fini as well. However, I do have Tangrowth. And I do have Greninja in the back as well as Intimidate. So we tank this Moonblast for days. Not really for days, but we tank it, rather. And, I'm gonna go with Hippowdon because I'm assuming he's gonna go out into. I was assuming he's gonna go out into something like Pinsir there, but I guess he doesn't know if he has Sleep Powder or not. And then again, the Moonblast damage does kind of show what set I am. We're gonna double back out into Tangrowth though. I want to knock off this Magearna's item. I want to knock off its Assault Vest. Though I am being weakened for Flare Cannon, which makes it a little bit scary. I'm going to knock off its Assault Vest anyway, though. Because then it'll be in range of Hydro Pump. From my, it'll be in range of Hydro Pump from my Greninja, which is what I want. And we'll just sack my Hippowdon here. That way I can go out to Greninja and knock him out as he goes for Flare Cannon. In fact, I think I can actually set up if I wanted to right now. I think I can set up with my Magearna now. Because I should be able to knock out. I should be able to knock out everything. Well, maybe not. Maybe not Fini. It's not Scarf Landers, is it? There's no way you do enough to me. I'm not faster than Greninja. I don't like that. I really don't like the fact that I'm not faster than Greninja. I really don't like that fact. But at least weakening this is so good for my Gyarados. So I'll take this turn. And we'll just Corkscrew Crash here. Get rid of the Fini. Get our Soul Heart boost. Quick attack from Pinsir should not be able to knock me out. I don't know if Greninja has Water Shuriken. Probably does based on that. Going hard into it. So we'll go out to Tangrowth just to tank that. There it is. And whatever switch my opponent wants to make, I think my Greninja matches up so well versus it. So I'll pull a double out into Greninja. I will literally click Hydro Pump and kill every Mon. I'll literally click Hydro Pump 4 times and kill every Mon. Let me finish that sentence before somebody says, you're using literally wrong. We'll click Hydro Pump here. Knock everything out. Assuming this connects, of course. As we do. Nice, nice, nice. Greninja is in. I am bonded. There's a battle. I'm bond. Whatever. I'm in. That's the important part. You don't knock me out with anything on this Mon, so I'm going to click Hydro Pump again because I 2 KO you with ease. Oh, that's assuming we connect. I'm sorry. But he U-turns that out of there. I'm assuming into Pinsir. Oh, goes Landers. Are you trying to bait another Hydro Pump? Oh, he was. But he set up Stealth Rock, which I don't think in the long run was the best play because I can knock you out with this. You definitely should have went for U-turn there. I understand my opponent's thought process trying to weaken me with this Mon, but we're going to go out to Magearna because it does not go down to a U-turn. And it doesn't also allow Pinsir to set up. Yeah, and I think between Gyarados plus Tangrowth plus that Mon, we're good. So let's go for Flash Cannon here. Ooh, are you Moxie? No, you're not. Okay. So we'll just go right out into our Gyarados right now. It's Hyper Cutter. However, I can just go right for Waterfall. I'm assuming at this percentage we do eat the hit. I want to say we eat the return. Yeah, because of the weaken to the nerf of it, and that should put in range of the HP Ice. I'm thinking. I really wish I hit that Hydro Pump versus Greninja because then I could just click Water Shuriken right here and win the game. But now it might be a 50-50. Is it really a 50-50? Just going for Water Shuriken here. I don't care. I don't care if Greninja comes out. This is gonna do a ton to Greninja anyway, and plus it gives me more opportunities to actually crit. I think I'll lose this game because he's gonna go for U-turn here. I know you don't get any boost. Wow, if I actually hit the Hydro Pump, I won. It's unfortunate. I guess he could choke and go for Dark Pulse over U-turn. Yeah, I don't think. I won the game if I hit Hydro Pump. I mean, I won the game if I hit every Hydro Pump, but that's Hydro Pump for you. Though I guess if I got that 50-50 right and went for Dark Pulse over it, I would have put Greninja in range. Oh well. Such is life. That's Pokemon. But we could still crit Greninja, which is why I'm still hopeful because this is Pokemon after all. He could also just go hard into Greninja right now too and just choke away the game. That'd be great. I'd love if my opponent did that. No? Okay. So we're gonna win now. But yeah, it comes down to if I can crit it, I think twice. I have to crit it twice, I think, with Water Shuriken. How much did I do? Actually, one crit should be able to do with it. But that's gonna be game. I think. Oh, nice! GG. Let's go. Not bad. That's the game coming through. That's Pokemon, man. Pokemon's a game of odds. Pokemon is a straight up game of odds, man. I love Pinsir so much right now. My opponent looks pretty weak to Magearna. I don't like this set so much because I would love to be speedy. However, I'm not going to change this set because I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm going to lead off with Tangrowth because if he leads off with Coco... Yo. If he leads off with Coco, which is probably the best lead versus my team since it has U-turn and just doesn't care about ground types. It matches up very well versus my team is what I'm trying to say. We're going to lead off with Tangrowth though. Tangrowth can knock off everything and weaken Pinsir at least for Water Shuriken later or Magearna's Flash Cannon. Coco should be my opponent's lead of choice, but it also beats every lead from my opponent outside of Pinsir and potentially Z-move Landers, I want to say. Yeah. Yeah, it beats the Tapus, it beats Greninja. Oh, it doesn't beat Greninja. It depends on Greninja's set, man. I don't know if he's Battle Bond Greninja. I don't know if he's Protean. I'm just clicking Earthquake right here, to be honest. If you're Life Orb Protean, unfortunately my opponent misses. That sucks. But I am going to be able to do so much damage to my... That really sucks, man. That really does suck. It would have done about 70%. I want to say a little bit more. Just a little bit more. We're in knockoff here. As he goes for Hydro Pump, trying to predict me to switch, I just went for knockoff because it knocked him out no matter what move we went for. And Greninja is gone, but the Pinsir does get to come out, though. The Pinsir does get to come out, and Pinsir is a threat. However, I only have a Powdon for this mod, and I really, really, really want to put Pinsir on a timer. So I'll go right out into my Apollon right here as he goes right for the Swords Dance. I want to put this pincer on a timer with Toxic plus everything. I wish I had Whirlwind, but because I live one hit and we managed to land it. So at the, I think we should be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll attempt to go for Stealth Rock right here as he goes for Close Combat. Ooh, we get to find out its next move. And what that should do is actually put it in range. I want to say that Pincer does go down to Water Shuriken. I want to say that Pincer does go down to Water Shuriken at -1, but I think I still need 3 hits to knock it out. So what we're going to do is go to our handy dandy calculator. And the great thing is about Pincer being toxic is, my opponent looking at his team, he's going to do a lot of doubles. Because Tangrowth is only beaten by Pincer. And Tangrowth puts in so much work, so versus my opponents. Let me see. So basically, whenever Pincer comes in, it takes poison damage. How do you spell? It's a Pincer Mega. Yep. Okay, -1. I don't want to risk my Greninja, but at the same time, I just want to scare him out. Choice SPX. Water Shuriken. That's 3 hits. That's not enough. That's definitely not enough. But what I can do is double out into my Gyarados right here and just get the second turn. If he wants to stay one Pincer, that's less Mons that can beat my Tangrowth. Again, missing that Gunk Shot turn 1 was terrible for my opponent. My game plan was weaken Protean Greninja. Was it even female? I don't know. Weaken Protean Greninja to the point of being able to deal with it later. Goes for the CC right there. And all we had to do was get that extra turn to put Pincer in range of my attack. Unfortunately, Gyarados, though it does match up pretty well versus my opponent, it's not going to be able to do much. I will at least attempt to Dragon Dance up there, just in case he wants to switch. I can get off the Earthquake damage on Feeny. But we can now go out into our Greninja right here. I'm assuming he's thinking I'm not Protean. Even if he goes out into Tapu Fini, I don't care. Like, he could definitely go hard Tapu Fini here, but now he's not boosted on his Pincer. And Pincer also goes down to a few turns of poison, so I honestly expect him to double out to Pincer right here. I want to click Water Shuriken so badly, but I think I'm going to make the double out into my own Tapu Fini since it doesn't do so much versus his team. So if he does double to Pincer, I deal with that. Basically, I dealt with him anyway. Ooh, good double, good play. No Moonblast, no Nature's Madness switchings though. Are you Specs? Even under electric terrain, what? I think I'm playing too. I think I'm playing too safe at this point. But we'll click HP Ice here because I was just Magnet, more than likely Magnet variant. But HP Ice hits Landorus as well as Latios. I also don't care for the damage from them. Latios comes out. You're gonna trick me? Are you gonna Draco? You're gonna Psyshock? I'm going out to Magearna just in case you want to trick because I can shift gear. Hidden Power Fire. Does not do too much. I'm gonna shift gear up. I don't think that's Scarf HP Fire. I don't think that's Scarf HP Fire. Is that Scarf HP Fire? I wish I knew the calcs off the top of my head. I will go right for Corkscrew Crash here though. That should be able to pick up a kill on anything my opponent wants to go out into, except for Tapu Fini. But the important part is getting rid of Lottie, get rid of this Mon, get my boost. That way I can knock out Lando, I can knock out Tapu Fini. Goes Lando, which I don't expect to be Scarf. It will go down to Flare Cannon right here. I can see him doubling out into, I guess yeah, Fini. Fini was a smart play. But that's also the damage I need for Water Shuriken, so I'll take it, because now Greninja just kills everything. But Greninja will be able to kill every single Mon out here. Ooh, we're back. The Soul Heart is back. Damage is all I need. I guess this could be Z move, so maybe I should just go for Flash Cannon, which is relatively safe. Definitely relatively safe. He's not Scarf as well. And does Coco go down to? Oh, God, wow, I wish I knew Greninja calcs off the top of my head. Greninja choice specs. Tapu Coco. Water Shuriken does not knock him out. Oh, that's bad. Because I have to pulse here. Yeah, I think I still lose to Pinsir, man. Why is Pinsir so good? Because he has the Volt Switch here too. We needed up rocks. We needed up rocks so badly. I should have flare cannon the Landorus, but Magearna doesn't knock it out. I wish I had Ice Beam on this set. That'd be so good. Landorus, oh, you physically defensive. What is this set? What's on here? Flare cannon. But at the end of the day, he probably still would have went out to Tapu Koko anyway. Yeah, that don't do crap, man. It doesn't do crap at all. He's gonna Volt Switch here too. I have one play and I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. I have to Dark Pulse. No, I don't. Wait. I just have to hit 2 Hydro Pumps. Whatever. We're gonna go off the game. We're gonna go off 2 Hydro Pumps hitting to win this game. I was thinking about Dark Pulse flinching so I can click Water Shuriken, but I guess because that is 30% chance. But I guess I don't want to do half in my head. But I only have to hit 1 Hydro Pump, don't I? Because this thing dies. Yeah, I only have to hit 1 Hydro Pump because Pinscher should die. So I guess either way I had to hit a Hydro Pump, but because I didn't realize if he Volt Switches he took the poison damage. So we have to hit 1 Hydro Pump in order to win this game. Assuming it's not that bulky set, which I guess it could be. No, I would run U-turn if it was. Let's see if we can connect the Hydro Pump. Ash Greninja, how you feeling, buddy? I didn't want to go for Hydro Pump, which is why I regret not getting any damage off on this Koko. Alright, man. Miss. There's every time for you to miss. Now's the time. Regardless, man. It was a good game. Good game, man. I like this guy. But yeah, Magearna's definitely been putting in work. Unfortunately, Gyarados didn't get to do anything this game. I feel like that is, or this live, I feel like that's mainly because of just the way the tier is right now. Having Tapu's, obviously. Gyarados is a little bit, it's good. It's still a good mon. Don't get me wrong. It's a good mon. Like all those teams with like Rotom, Mawile, Landorus. It's just that there's plenty of Tangrowth everywhere, which I would rather use Z-Move Gyarados versus if I was using Z-Move on Gyarados. I don't know though. It's still good mon. I enjoy the mon, but definitely there's better water types right now. If offensively you're talking Greninja, defensively Tapu Fini obviously, and even Keldeo is such a great Scarfer right now. So I'm not the biggest fan of Gyarados at the moment, but I will be using it later. I hope you guys all enjoyed this live, though. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing. You can check out the Beast Boost merchandise. That will be linked down below. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.